Hello there guys, and welcome to sidequest Let's Play. This is I forgot what number episode this is, but never mind. We stopped around here last time, if you remember. We've done an inside source for Chthonimus. Now we still got this patch here to explore before we move on to the part which is down. So we're gonna be doing the side quest and exploring this side area around here in this episode. And not only in the next episode, we're gonna actually moving on with the main story. Alright, and we've aggroed a few enemies in here, so we're just gonna move this way. Just some of these Makai guards. The standard Makai guards are not too much of a problem. It's when you get the bigger ones like the Wardens and the Grandmaster Archers. Now they're the tough ones. Right. So there are a couple of paths you can take to get to this cave. If you see on the minimap, there's a cave there. So we're gonna go this way to explore around here first. Seems to be in more of those soul cages here for the troglodytes. So we're just gonna free the prisoners. And here we've got Lar, one of the troglodyte monster infrequent. There it is. Those are the braces, Lar. They're pretty good. If you notice, they got damage resistance and also percentage bonuses to strength and dexterity. So pretty decent. Probably not as good as what we've got now, unless we equip them with a nice relic. I mean, we've got Rage of Ares there, but nothing else. And I completely forgot actually. I was going to put the helmet and the shield on. The only thing is we need to see if we've got some nice relics to put. I mean, piercing resistance is the main thing that I really need in this act. And we've got some rigid carapaces here actually. They give really nice amount of piercing resistance. So we're actually going to put those on a shield. On that shield that we picked up in the last episode. This one. Here it is. So now this is quite nice because it gives +1 to all skills and defense mastery. Look at that, look how offensive potential going up. Offensive ability goes up as well, defensive ability drops a bit, but it's still within reasonable amounts. Right, yeah, so we're gonna put that on, and we're gonna put this helmet on as well, so we can finally replace the other one with the piercing resistance. I mean, we've got 63 when we put that shield on, but with the helmet it drops back down again. Down to 36, it's not too bad. I mean, ideally it's nice to have 40% or over for Act 4, but 36 is not too bad. We just have to be a bit careful. But yeah, Lar, I don't think I'll be able to... Yeah, we're still losing offensive capabilities, so... Yeah, probably gonna just hold on to it for now. Since we don't really have anything else we can put on it that will really change the tide of battle. And we don't even know what to put on a helmet either. We don't have really that many good relics. I mean, if you're tweaking the character, you could be in luck, because you could use stuff you found with other characters. But I'm not tweaking in this playthrough, so... Yeah, 464 damage per second is actually pretty nice. And I've almost forgotten about you guys. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Got really busy there. Right, so this is the cave. There's a bit more space there, but yeah. This cave. Cave of Whispers. There's some more jailers around here. The reason I'm going into this cave is because this is side quest related. If you remember, we got in the City of Lost Souls main area, we got the side quest Eurydice and Orpheus. So this is what we're going to be doing, and you shall find out why, because there's an important quest item here that we need. Just take care of all these troglodytes. There's so many of them and they always take ages to go down. Right, here we've got a Folg and a Took. Got two monster infrequents. These troglodytes are dropping monster infrequents left and right here. Folg, that's the club that only drops from the troglodytes. It's got a nice ability, the Thunderclap, which is very similar to Storm Surge. The only thing is we're losing quite a lot of the damage potential. So, yeah, unless you put something nice on this club, some nice relic, I don't think we're going to be using it. Yeah. It gives a nice bonus to strength and dexterity. I mean, if you notice, all the troglodyte monster infrequents give percentage bonuses to strength and dexterity, which is nice. But you forgot about that. Had to do chat of horse. And let's take a look at a Took. A Took. Yeah, I won't say it's not really better than our helmet, because our current helmet gives us better bonuses to strength and dexterity, so yeah, probably gonna keep our current helmet. Yeah, still don't have anything to put on this stuff to make use of those. Oh well, we've already exchanged some of the gear and it's already quite nice. I mean, we're gonna be more offensive now. Yeah, Folg is quite nice. It's quite nice, especially if you're dual wielding, if you got warfare. You dual wielding two Folgs is quite nice, because you can put stuff on both of them and you get bonuses from both of them as well. Yeah, troglodyte monster fragments are really awesome in general. You also get the leggings, I think they're called GOG, and they give the same, like a plus 6% increase to strength and dexterity. So if you got Lar, GOG, Atuk, and a couple of Folks, you're gonna be getting some really decent bonuses. You're gonna be an unstoppable machine. And then around here, this part of the cave, we start to encounter a new enemy, the albino spiders. Now, for them you mostly need lightning resistance, and yeah, well, 35 is okay for now. The reason I said lightning resistance is because when you come across a group of them, once you come across 5 or more at a time, they can charge up a lightning bolt together, like as a group. See, like this, see this red thing, and this lightning bolt can hurt if your lightning resistance is quite low. But you can of course always try, you know, make sure you don't aggro too many at once, so they don't do this to you. Now, the boss we're gonna be fighting here is quite challenging boss, and we need lightning resistance, more lightning resistance than we've got now for him. So, since couldn't quite remember how soon we meet him, I decided to put the ring already, just to be safe. Of course, the first time you're playing through it, you have no idea, you know, and so this is kind of unfair. But once you do know, you can put lightning. 63% should be enough. Of course, there are ways to avoid being zapped, and I will show you once we fight him. You see, like this. See, they're charging up this lightning bolt. Actually, they do it with 4. I could have sworn they do it with 5, but yeah, it probably depends. And here we come across the monster charm that drops from them, the albino spider web. It's nothing too special, as you can see, although it's always surprisingly rare for something that's nothing too special. The reason they're rare is because these spiders are pretty rare. You only really meet them here, and the other time I think it's in Hades' palace. I don't think you meet them any other time. Hades' palace is a good farming spot for them, or this cave if you want it earlier. But yeah, other than the lightning thing, they're pretty much just like regular spiders. But the boss is gonna be very big, powerful enemies. In fact, one of the hardest bosses in the game, quite possibly. Yeah, it's not bad. We're actually just killing them with 1 or 2 hits. So that's pretty nice. Our offensive capabilities are really good. See what I did there? Just really attracted a few at a time, and so they never really managed to charge up the lightning bolt. But you've seen there were at least half a dozen there. They could have easily charged up the lightning bolt. Alright, and now you can see on the minimap there's an exclamation mark, and you can see the glow. That's the boss over there. So this is where you have to really prepare. Make sure you're ready, because see, there he is. So let's begin the fight. The Bloated One. And instantly what he or she does is drop a number of small minions, and they instantly start hitting you with a lightning bolt. And that's pretty dangerous, because the lightning bolt can hit you through the obstacles. You know, even if you're running around, it can still hit you through the obstacles. So it's really bad. You don't want to be zapped, you know. Look at how much health we're losing already in Colossus form, and, you know, quick recovery. Now, one of the good things to do is that if you kill all these little minions, the Bloated One will simply summon more. So the best thing to do is to leave 1 or 2 of them alive. See what I'm doing here? I've left 1 of them alive. That way, he will not summon anymore, and they can't really do any lightning bolt. And 1 of them is not really exactly dangerous. You know, what's he gonna do? You know, he does so little damage. So now you can just worry about the big boss. And this, what happened here, is really dangerous. If he traps you like that, you know, you lose a lot of defensive ability, and you can't move. So he can actually kill you there. So always keep walking around, you know, use this obstacle here. This rock formation is perfect. He does so much damage with his hits. I mean, look at that. We came close to death so many times here. He just does a lot of pure physical damage, you know, just really powerful boss. So always gotta be careful. As a mage, you'd wanna, you know, kite him. And then I had to resort to using the scroll, actually, because I was getting fed up with him. Yeah, I kind of wasted it, but I guess I've always kept it for those important moments anyway. But anyways, so here, don't forget the main prize, actually, what you came here for. This. Mirror of Psyche. So you pick it up. There it is. So now, didn't update the quest, did it? So now I'm gonna get out of this cave. I'm gonna backtrack. Alright, so I've come out of the cave. I've really wasted that scroll. The scroll actually lasted for a really long time. But never mind that. Now, I'll buy a new one once we get to the Plains of Judgment. So we're gonna teleport back to Plains of Judgment. We're gonna continue the side quest. First I'm gonna just quickly check with the merchants to see if we can use put another scroll that can save our lives. It's always nice to have a scroll, you know, for emergency reasons. I'm just gonna get a little more health potions, because we kind of used up quite a lot during the Bloated One's fight. The Bloated One, his initials would be the BO, which is quite funny. The BO. Right, so we've got some scrolls here. Scroll of Frenzy, not bad. Scroll of Cyclops, Elemental Shielding. Sky's Rage is pretty good, and Crushing Vortex. Crushing Vortex and Sky's Rage are really good. I'm gonna get Crushing Vortex, because that pretty much hurts everything around you for some time. Sky's Rage is good as well, because it causes lightning bolts to rain from the sky all around you. And the good thing about it is that it actually stuns the enemies as well. So Sky's Rage is good. Alright, and yeah, we have some Cyclops scrolls there, but if I remember, they actually weren't too strong, because they die really quickly. And before I forget, I'll put my previous ring back on. So I had all my offensive ability bonuses. Well, right, now that we're geared up, we're gonna get all the way to Eurydice and give her the mirror.
Psyche's mirror. Thank you. Let me look.
There we go. So now she's gonna open up a doorway where you're gonna go and rescue Orpheus. So just this way. And this is actually a pretty small cave. There's no other enemies here apart from just the 2 mini bosses. So it's pretty straightforward. You're not really gonna get lost here or anything. And the bosses here are the 2 Cyclops. There they are. And they pretty much behave like regular Cyclops, so you should already be familiar with them. Notice their names. The names are Brontes and Sterops, and those 2 are actually from Greek mythology. Well, Cyclops are from Greek mythology, but Brontes and Sterops were the ones who forged Zeus's thunderbolt. And there was one other with them, the 3rd one. But yeah, they actually named figures from Greek mythology, so that was quite a nice touch. And we've got Shade of Hector from them. That's our 3rd piece. Let's combine it. So now we've got brilliant piercing resistance completion bonus. If only we could put this on his shield. That's okay, we've got 36 from there anyway. We need more actually, because that's only 26. So yeah. Yeah, and Orpheus is just here in the cage, so you just open it up. And now you just go and, you know, he's going by himself, and a lot of the time you have to stop because you're always faster than him, so you have to stop and wait for him to catch up. But at least the cave is not too long. And sometimes you get a bit of a glitch here actually. I can't remember if this was pre-fan patch or not, but sometimes when he reaches a door, he actually just can't go through, he just turns around and goes back. It's like he sees... not too thrilled to see his love, is he?
When I failed to bring my love back to the world.
Orpheus! Stay with me, darling.
Alright, you 2 lovebirds. We've got business here to take care of. Right, so we've completed Eurydice and Orpheus side quest, and we got Scroll of the Cyclops 3. There we go, I got 1 extra. Usually you get 3 scrolls at a time as a reward, but the stack can only hold up to 5, so if you get 2 sets of rewards, you end up 3 and 3, you end up having 6, and so 1 always falls outside the stack, which is a bit annoying. Oh well. Alright, so back, we can now continue exploring. Done that side quest, and we're not going to do any more side quests in this episode, so we're just going to take care of these Makai. And look at the damage that they're dealing already. This is just crazy stuff. I mean, we came close to death so many times in this episode, it's ridiculous. I blame that Grandmaster Archer over there. He does so much damage. I mean, our piercing resistance hasn't dropped that much. See this Grandmaster Archer, they're dangerous, these Grandmaster Archers, they're really powerful. Yeah, our piercing resistance, I mean, we haven't really lost much with, you know. It's probably because our poison resistance is quite low, and they deal poison as well. So, yeah, you need piercing and poison against them. And especially if you get a group of more than 1, it really gets lethal there. Alright. Well, just have to be careful for now, I guess. 36% piercing resistance is not too bad. Still within reasonable amounts for Act 4. We should be alright, especially for defense class. Alright, so we'll stop back where we started, back at this rebirth funnel. So we've explored everything, we're going to be going over there. That's where you have to go. So yeah, we'll continue in the next episode. See you guys later. Bye bye.